Good Lord in heaven, just look at the house. Oh God, the windows are covered in muck. Oh, it's disgusting. Dude, have you been taking proper care of the house? Like, it's really gross in here. Yeah, I know it's a crack house, but that's no excuse to not be clean. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know what? Sure, buddy. Look, let me just check our supplies. Do we... Yep, we've got everything we need. We're gonna be cooking for a while in here. Have you been in this cold-ass house wearing nothing but a rag? God, you're such a clown, you know that? Put on some clothes, will you? God. There we go, now you're nice and warm. See? Nothing to complain about now, huh? You know, you're a real piece of work, you know that? What? Oh. Oh, thank you, that's actually quite nice of you. Let me grab that. That's a very nice sandwich you've made for me. Oh man, I feel invigorated. This is a really good sandwich. Yo. Yo. Hey man, that's a good sandwich. That's a special sandwich, right? Yeah, I knew it. Oh, crap, dude, it's the feds. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Run!
Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Sir, get down!
Walter, put your dick away, Walter.
Hexalia is a rustic and nature-inspired magic mod that uses the essence of nature and a bunch of the other stuff it installed so that you can do magic in a Vanilla Plus style rather than all the insane overhaul mods that make Minecraft feel completely different. And it adds in a bunch of different wild plants that you can grow either as food or you can use to perform magic. One such example of one of these wild plants is the wild sunfire tomato, which only grows in savanna biomes, and if you walk through it, you get set on fire. Why does it set you on fire? Well, I'm not really sure. It's probably because it's a pretty hot plant, I guess. And if you break it, you'll get wild sunfire tomato seeds. And be warned, you only get one per wild crop, so yeah, you're gonna be searching for a while. Meanwhile, spawning in forest biomes is the wild mandrake, and when broken, you will be granted mandrake seeds. Man, who could have seen that one coming? Chill berries are basically completely identical to regular sweet berries, but there's a few key differences. Number one, instead of granting you sweet berries, you're granted chill berries. And yeah, no, that's basically it when it comes to food. However, there's something fun about them when you walk into them. You know how sweet berries will, like, prick you? Yeah, these ones freeze you to death. And they slow you down all the same, so if you stay inside of a chill berry for too long, you start to resemble Jack Frost more than your previous self. Some plants aren't exactly crops per se, but they still act as integral parts of the mod. This includes spirit blooms, which can be found in swamps or mangrove swamps, dream shrooms, which can spawn in old-growth pine taigas, or on mushroom islands. Within an enchanted bayou swamp forest, what is it called? Enchanted Bayou, we're just gonna call this an Enchanted Bayou Swamp, you can find a ghost fern. And when you pick it up, you just get a ghost fern. We'll discuss what exactly you can do with it later, but for now, you know, whoa guys, it's a ghost fern, that's crazy. Hey, you know, this whole thing with, finding crops out in the wilds of the world that are just hanging out and growing kind of reminds me of another mod. Oh god. No, please don't tell me, please. Have mercy, please. No. Wait. Siren kelp spawns in ocean and deep ocean biomes, and when consumed, gives you a short period of water breathing. This is a crafting table. This is a cobblestone, and this is a stick. I've just hold on. I've crafted a stone dagger. I can take this stone dagger, whoops, wrong game mode, and I can right-click on a dark oak log, specifically dark oak log, to get tree resin, which can be used for various things that I will go over later. In regular desert biomes, you can also find these little oases that are very sparsely scattered around and serve as little depots. You can find wild sunfire tomatoes, entire salt blocks that you can harvest for salt, ow, I'm on fire, and you can also find salt sprouts. Pretty cool, right? Look at that, salt sprouts. You can perform a moonlight ritual to turn amethysts into moon shards and glowberries into moonberries. Simply wait for nighttime to roll around. However, since I'm impatient and lazy, /time set night, and eventually, these little fellas should in fact turn into moon shards and moonberries. Any second now. Trust me on this one. Did you see that? Oh, look at that. Look at that. So when midnight specifically comes around, I think, you can actually turn them into what you need. So now I have a moon crystal and moonberries. Absolutely spectacular. And of course, just like regular glowberries, moonberries can be hung from solid blocks, and you can harvest them, and they also release light. Alright, so you remember how I mentioned salt not too long ago in that desert oasis? So you can go back to that desert oasis, and you can use, in a crafting table, a mortar and pestle, and a salt sprout in order to make salt. Here's the crafting recipe for the mortar and pestle. Or you could just, like a sane person, decraft a salt block into regular salt, because there is salt blocks present in an oasis. And once you've gotten your hands on salt, you can craft a salt lamp that needs salt, a copper ingot, and a torch. Or you could make purifying salts, an item which, using any form of refined herbs from some of the plants that I've just went over, you can create purifying salts. Purifying salts are a curious little item. Here I have a splash potion of slowness, weakness, and poison. Tally ho, tally hut, and tally hey. Now watch what happens when I hold right click and use the purifying salt. It completely cleanses me of all negative effects. I cannot stress just enough how incredibly overpowered that is. Good Lord in heaven, look at that. All status effects. And I forgot to mention that you can use salt in a crafting table in this pattern in order to cure rotten flesh into leather. Silly me.
Engineer! Yeah, I'm engineering my fucking limit!
Here, I have the humble brew shelf. I can place my brews inside of it. Look at all of my yummy, scrumptious brews. Now, there is a small bug with the brew shelf. I'm going to exit out of its inventory now. So you'd think all my brews are inside of it, right? So I'm going to right-click it again. Nope, they're gone. I checked the wiki, and I don't think this is intentional. And every time I try putting potions inside the brew shelf, it just disappears. Like, I can go into survival mode. Oh, that's free cam. I can go into survival mode. I can try doing this. I can try that. I can try whatever. I can even try breaking the damn thing. But, yeah, nope. No results. So I would just use a regular chest or barrel for now until the mod developer goes, oh, one of my storage blocks literally doesn't work. Following that, you have the small cauldron and the rustic oven. The rustic oven acts purely as a decorative heat source in order to heat up the small cauldron, which is used to cook various types of brews. Unfortunately, I can't find anything about it in JEI when it comes to actually brewing anything. So yeah, that's probably not good. Whoopsie daisies on the mod author's part. Wait a second. Hold on, this reminds me of something. Isn't there another mod that only has a purely decorative heat source? And isn't there another mod that has a thing that's basically made to use that heat source? Oh god. No, please. Please, Lord have mercy, I beg of thee. Please, please! Whilst holding a stone dagger, simply sneak and right-click any type of plank in order to make yourself a ritual brazier. This is the same thing I used to perform the earlier moonlight ritual in order to make that moon shard and moon berries. And if you want to further the effectiveness of your rituals, or just complete them at all and not have them stuck unfinished forever, use salt and place it under it in order to effectively complete a ritual using the actual table. You don't need salt in order to convert berries and amethyst into their moonlight counterparts. However, if you want to complete an actual fully fledged, honest to God, big boy underpants ritual, you will need salt. With the use of a crafting table, you can craft yourself some infused dirt. Now, with infused dirt, you can place it down, of course, and it makes a oddly satisfying and simultaneously disgusting noise when placed, but you can also till it with a wooden hoe. Now, here's the special thing. I'm too lazy to actually show you this, so you're gonna have to take my word for it, but infused farmland doesn't require water to grow crops, which means you can put it anywhere and it doesn't need to be near a water source. Let's plant some mandrake, some rabbage, which I'll show you how to make in a ritual in the third part, and some scrumptious sunfire tomato seeds. Now, here's another special thing. You know how when you walk, like, jump onto a crop, it tramples? Or when you jump on farmland? Not with infused farmland. If you jump on infused farmland, nothing happens. And if you try and jump on any crops on it, nothing happens to them either. That's what makes this farmland so special. You might need a bunch of siren kelp to make it, but it is kinda worth it. Hold on just a second. A completely different type of farmland that gives some benefit to the growth of your crops? Oh god, I think I know where that's from. No,
You
Lord,
never
please
see
have
it
mercy.
come
Please, Lord, I beg of you, please. So that funny little block over there that I've got sitting on some oak logs is called a dream catcher. Now, there's actually a reason why I'm so far away from it, and there's a reason why it's nighttime. Number one, I need to spawn a couple phantoms. So now I have some flying friends sticking with me. So phantoms always stay near the player, so why don't we lure them over to the dream catcher? Now the phantoms are gonna come this way, and you're gonna notice something very funny and silly happening. What in the hell is that one doing? Okay, the phantoms aren't coming this way, so I'm just gonna spawn them right next to the dream catcher. So as you can see, the dream catcher will ignite any phantom that comes near it into flames. And its radius is actually quite large too. You can see that all the way from here, it is capable of setting them aflame. So that's actually a pretty big radius and denies the phantom's entry anywhere near your base.
Spooky, scary skibbities and rizzlers down your get. And if you could riz Livy done, then so could Kaisenet.
Okay, so setting up a ritual is actually hella complex and a lot more in-depth than I thought it would be. So for this example, I'm going to be summoning Rabbage Seeds, like I said I would earlier, and then I'm just going to take screenshots straight from the wiki and show you how to make everything else. So step 1, you'll need a ritual table. I showed you how to get that earlier. Then you'll need to surround it with infused farmland, like so. Let me just fill in the last square. Then you'll place ritual braziers around it in this specific pattern. Make sure to place salt underneath every single one. Next, what you're going to want to do is plant fully grown and matured crops in each one of these farmland plots. Now, I don't have to do this, but I'm making the choice to because its model looks cool. I'm going to use sunfire tomato seeds. So now, to actually complete the ritual, we need to use the catalyst to summon Rabbage Seeds. God, I'm an idiot. So beetroot seeds are the main transmutation material to make Rabbage Seeds, so we're going to go to the center table and place them there. Now we're going to go to the rest of these braziers and place the rest of the material in it. That includes Dream Haste, which is gotten from using a rock and pestle and a dream shroom and a crafting table. I forgot what it was called. A poppy, a iron nugget, and sweet berries. So now that we've gone and done that, we simply grab our hex focus, which I showed you how to craft earlier, and we right-click the ritual table. So it immediately devours the growth stages of all the surrounding plants. However, we also get ravage seeds. And it also devours everything that's in the brazier too. So this basically sucks you dry of all of your salt and material that are these. God, that sounded weird to say. And then your plants that you planted here are gone, so I would probably use a filler material like wheat instead of something really valuable and rare like sunfire tomatoes. And of course, since I promised, here's the images for the ritual summoning of all the other crap that I'm too lazy to do manually. Those are the elemental nodes. This is the kelp weave blade. You've got the ravage that I just did. Sage pendant, Morphora, Grimshade, Nautilote, wind song, and lunar lily.
Your phone ringing! Your phone ringing! Big boy, come pick up your phone!
So these are called bogged boots, and when I put them on, you'll immediately notice something pretty funny and silly. This is a splash potion of poison. I am completely immune to it. Let's go underwater. I have Dolphin's Grace on all the time as long as I have these boots on. It doesn't give me water breathing, but I move at twice the speed I normally do when I'm swimming. So yeah, this is pretty overpowered. Holy shit, wow. So these are all very obviously regular vanilla Minecraft husks, but I'm holding an item called a Ghost Veil, which I can wear as a chest plate. Watch what happens when I put it on. And then I sneak, and boom, they just can't see me anymore. I can literally walk right up to them, and they still can't see me unless I literally get right up in their face, but at that point, can you really blame them? Anyways, as long as I sneak, hostile mobs are literally completely incapable of seeing me, but when I stop sneaking, oh god, they're about to jump me again, I need to get out of here. This was a very poor escape route. So here I'm holding an item called a kelp weave blade. So basically, it has the same durability as what I believe to be an iron sword, and it has the same damage as a diamond sword, and it also inflicts slowness upon anything you hit, and has a very fast attack speed. That's an attack speed of 2. That is genuinely incredible, which makes this weapon very worthwhile, especially since I believe it can in fact be enchanted. So this is a really good weapon. Good lord, look at that thing. It's gorgeous. I love it. The item I'm currently holding in my offhand is called a Sage Pendant, and it has a very interesting use. So it increases the experience I earn from killing anything by a heck of a lot. As you can see, I got 5 orbs from literally just killing some random ass chicken. And yeah, I got an incredible amount of experience. Now, however, it does have a downside. The Sage Pendant increases the amount of experience you earn by a lot, which basically makes this a mobile XP farm. However, you'll notice that my durability is a lot lower than it should be for the amount of stuff I killed. That's simply because it lowers your durability as a cost. This item is called a Mortar and Pestle. You use it by putting it into the crafting table and taking some of the magical plants that Hexalia installs. For this example, I'll be using Siren Kelp. Put in Siren Kelp, you get Siren Paste. Put in a Dream Shroom, you get, Dream Paste that I used to make that Ravage plant during that ritual, and a Spirit Bloom will grant you Spirit Powder. That's just a couple examples, and be warned, its durability does go down, and it only has a durability of 64, and its crafting recipe looks like this: a stone block and a bowl.
Let him cook! Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
So, you want to brew. Well, it's actually really simple. It is its own little process and has a lot of different recipes and status effects similar to the summoning process. However, it is much easier. So you've got this empty rustic bottle, you put it in here. I want to make a bottle of Slime Walker, Slime Ball, Spider Eye Feather, and now we wait. My bottle of Slime Walker is ready. Now Slime Walker actually has a pretty cool effect, so why don't we just... And you'll notice every time I sneak, I get launched into the air. And if I hold down sneak, I can keep launching myself into the air. Good lord, this is... Look, look. Boing, boing. Let me go into survival. Boing. Yep, you can take a look at that. No fall damage at all. Slime Walker is so cool. Here's the recipes for the potions and how you craft all of them straight from the wiki. That's how you make the empty bottle. This is how you make a spike skin one. This is a bloodlust one. Slime Walker, Homestead, Siphoning, and Daybloom. And then if we actually go and check the effects, you've got Overfed and Stunned, which I showed you already. You've got Warding, which does that. Vigor, which does that. Slimy Step, which does that. Siphoning, which does that. Bleeding, which does that. And Daybloom, which does that. I don't think I ever saw a Warding potion, so I might just be stupid, but I genuinely don't think there was a Warding potion on that other page I just saw. You can use a Ravage to deal bleed damage to mobs. It's like poison, except it's actually capable of killing you instead of just bringing you down to half a heart. And this is a fully grown Mandrake. If I use it, it stuns all hostile mobs in the surrounding area, as you can clearly see. He's stunned again. There's a bunch of different food items that you can craft from the various plants you'll find in this mod. For example, you have the Mandrake Stew, which gives you the positive overfed effect, the Spicy Sandwich that is made from those fire tomatoes, I forgot what they're called, which gives you speed. You saw that in the beginning of the video. You have the Chillberry Pie that gives you fire resistance, and the Moonberry Cookie, which gives you night vision. Hexalia has a bunch of decorative plants. Over here you have the Hexed Bulrush, you've got the Duckweed, the Lotus Flower, the Henbane, the Lavender, the Begonia, the Nightshade Bush, and the Witchweed, which is supposed to poison you when you... There we go, I needed to be in survival mode. If you walk through a Witchweed, you get poisoned for around 2 seconds. Oh, 4 or 5 actually. There's also a bunch of different wood types. This is what Willow Wood looks like. And this is Cottonwood. This is a silkworm cocoon. It spawns in dark oak forests and usually just sits idly by and does literally nothing other than look pretty. When it hatches, it tries to avoid natural sunlight, but it's very, very inclined to go towards sources of light that aren't the sun, such as torches. And if you were to place a light source nearby, eventually it would hatch. Okay, so for some reason it's just not hatching, but if I go into survival mode and break this thing, nothing dropped. Wow, that's crazy. But anyways, if I go back into creative mode and just type in silk, you'll see when you actually break the thingamajig, you'll get... When you break the cocoon, you'll get the actual silkworm itself as an item, and if you kill it while it's alive, you'll get silk fiber. This is what it actually looks like when it hatches. It comes in multiple different variants, and I'm not sure if there's one hyper rare variant, but honestly, whatever, I genuinely just could not care. Anyways, whatever, I'm genuinely done reviewing this mod. This video has taken me an unimaginably large amount of time to make. I thought Hexalia would be like a quick and easy mod. It hasn't been. This has taken me too long to record. My hand is literally shaking while I'm holding the mouse because of how tired I am. Yeah, this mod is an 8 out of 10. It's great. Vanilla Plus, hooray. Okay, I'm gonna end the video. I'm genuinely exhausted. Holy shit.